A massive data breach from a background check company called National Public Data could have leaked almost 3 billion personal records.
Yeah, many Americans are now fearing whether their information could have been involved in this leak, but there are steps that you can take to keep your information protected. Let's get right to it. We're bringing in Professor of Advanced Media and Residence at Newhouse School of Public Communication, Shelly Palmer. He's here to help us. And Shelly, as we mentioned in the opening, this is very concerning, considered to be one of the largest data breaches. So how can we protect ourselves moving forward? Because this is like becoming a common theme we're noticing.
This one's really important, Tashani, so I think everyone get a piece of paper and a pencil and let's talk about it. The first thing you need to do is go freeze your credit reports at the credit unions. And you call Equifax and Experian and TransUnion, the three big ones. They're the ones everyone checks. Once again, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And you ask them to freeze your account, and they will take you through a process. You can go online and do it online, but ultimately you'll be granting permission to freeze your account. What that does is when someone goes to make an inquiry about your credit, you'll be notified that they're making an inquiry about your credit. And this is a pretty good way to start to protect yourself against identity theft. Now, the next thing you absolutely have to do on anything that is an important account, like a bank account, and specifically banking and insurance, anything where your identity can be used against you, you have to have two-factor or what's known as multi-factor authentication. This is very inconvenient. You all know what it is. You put in your password and then it says, okay, we're going to send a note to your phone, a text to your phone, and then you have to enter, or we're going to email you a code and you're going to have to enter the code. It's incredibly inconvenient for you, but you know who else that it's really inconvenient for? The hackers.
And Shelly, we talked about just the enormity of this, and this potentially could be up to 3 billion people. I mean, how many?
No, there aren't 3 billion people in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, how many people are actually affected? Because when we talk about sort of doing that some of those changes, should everyone do that? Like everyone who's watching this, or is that just like, do you have to get notified first? I mean, how many people are we talking about here?
I tell you what, Dan, I would do this as a matter of course. In 2024, with AI on the rise and all kinds of bots capable and all kinds of data breaches happening every day, why wouldn't you just go freeze your credit accounts? How many times do people need to get your credit report? And the answer is only when you're applying for a credit card or a mortgage or bank loan. So go freeze them. It doesn't hurt you. There's nothing, and you'll get notified if someone needs to legitimately look at your credit report. So doing that hurts you not at all and protects you all the time. And having two-factor authentication on every important password is just a best practice.
Shelly,
so just do it.
So after we do that, many of us are just wondering, how do we just throw the whole internet away? How do we remove ourselves? Because we can actually remove ourselves from the internet, right? How do we do that?
You really can't, and everyone talks about it. You really can't go. I mean, I guess if you lived in the woods somewhere and you didn't have a credit card, you didn't have a telephone,
you might need it.
Guys,
is there any legal recourse when something like this happens? I mean, do you have any? Because a lot of times, if your data gets breached, they'll say, "Hey, we signed you up for 3 months of this credit or 3 years of this credit monitoring." But do I, have a consumer, have any legal recourse to sue a company if my data gets leaked by them?
Well, that's a good point, Dan. Don't sign up for any of that credit monitoring nonsense. Like whatever they're telling you, no. The answer to that is no. You don't need credit monitoring. What you need to do is freeze your credit reports and have two-factor authentication. For legal recourse, you are going to need to see a lawyer. If it's over $2,500 of loss, you're going to go talk to the FBI about it because that's the threshold for cybercrime. This is a very big problem for all of us. And I think, look, I don't know how many people are actually affected. There are reports that it could be several million to several tens of million. But this is something that happens so often. Yeah. It's just a good time to get it done.
And it's not just the U.S. It's other countries as well that are involved in this.
Shelly, thank you so much. Some good advice today. Really good advice. Thank you very much, Shelly. I always think, oh, I'll just get somebody to monitor it. But he's saying, no, you got to actually go in and freeze it. Take the next step. So
doing that today.